Today's video is going to be on a stock that I've been tortured by one of my subscribers to do, BM365. You've asked me about at least half a dozen times. It's been on my list actually of stocks to do. I wanted to try and do a bit of a playlist of closer to home, as you probably know. I'm Irish, actually born in Belfast. So I was looking to do several stocks. There's COINBASE, which is a huge IT company in Belfast that I'm really got my eye on. I'm going to do a cover of that soon as well. But today's one's going to be on Harland Wolff. This is a worldwide known brand name, and it'll be historic for most people because they were the ones that built the Titanic. That great ship that was seen as groundbreaking at the time, that unfortunately didn't make it through its first sail. And Leonardo DiCaprio and Kate Winslet and people like that made it worldwide famous, brought it back to people's attention about 20 odd years ago in a film called Titanic. Harland Wolff history. There's a video here that I just want to show you. It's on the BBC News NI website, and I just thought I'd show this here because it gives you a brief. Found that and I thought it actually was a quick video, summarised the bit of the history on it, but more so it focused on the recent times. Grim. Not doesn't look good. Administration, trying to find buyers, nobody wants to buy it. 35,000 down to 100 workforce, being propped up by the government. Straight away I'm thinking, okay, not too sure about this. If I was to look through that video and go, is there any optimism there? I suppose it would be the fact that they're in wind turbines. Northern Ireland is not the greatest place for weather. It can be quite blustery and stormy, and all around Northern Ireland and Ireland and the UK, there is wind farms everywhere. So I suppose within that there is potential. So let's have a look. This is London South East website. I like to go onto this site for all my sort of London Stock Exchange stocks. I find it quite useful for forums and stuff. So we can see here, there's quite a lot of activity, people talking. What we'll do is we'll go in here and we'll pick up the share news. So this is the most relevant share news. Belfast-based specialist in ship repair, conversion of offshore construction, wins contract for the fabrication of 4 suction piles for subsea template of an energy project in the Black Sea. John Wood is the CEO of Harland Wolff. And if we go back and you just type in Harland Wolff, you'll see a video here from about 3 weeks ago, and he does talk about it. I had to skim through it. I'll not show the video here, no point. He's hopeful that break even by year end, which, considering all the financial issues that they've had, that'll be a good result for sure. And if we even go back to the likes of This Is Money website, Titanic manufacturer Harland Wolff is in several negotiations for renewables contract worth up to 200 million, which would be phenomenal gains for them. The contracts worth between 30 and 200 million are complex and multi-year and are expected to be the key in boosting revenues in the years ahead as the UK strives towards decarbonisation, the company said on Monday, and this is dated the 1st of November. Being used more recently to build offshore wind turbines, while its giant Samson and Goliath cranes are considered Belfast landmarks, which they are. Project developers are becoming more conscious of the lack of fabrication capacity across the UK and are making efforts to book capacity. Amid the growing concerns about the UK's gas supplies, its Island McGee underground gas storage plant off the coast of Northern Ireland was given the green light earlier this month. Harland Wolff now expects to receive a full marine licence within the next 2 weeks and could eventually hold over 25% of the UK's storage capacity. And if we go into investigate, we can see here Harland Wolff is delighted to announce its subsidiary Island McGee Energy has been formally granted the environmental consent decision. So they got the licence. So this is starting to develop here. Go on there, Harland Wolff. It says it's making good progress to develop 8 wind turbines for this project offside Scotland, and you can see some of the kind of things that they're doing here. It comes with the company increased revenue 7-fold. That's large. 10.2 million the year to the end of July from 1.5 million the year before. But pre-tax losses widened to 16.6 million at the end of July from 10.4 million the previous year, reflecting an increase in the number of personnel and overall overheads. So he's saying in order to establish our credibility within the industry, it's been essential to bring the yards back into full operation only after completing all the necessary upgrades to meet the best of class technical operation standards, and he's delighted to have now achieved that. They're going through a bit of a change. They're trying to move into a new area that is, in my opinion, going to be prosperous for the years and years and years to come. So if they've brought their yard up to the standards and they've had to spend money to make money and all that, that at a high level, I can accept that. For you to watch the channel, you know that I like to do sort of simply Wall Street, just a rough check. I don't base too much on this because I find a lot of the information is out of date, but it'll be good maybe up till about the last 6 months, in my opinion. So I'm not going to spend too much time on this. Pretty much, it's a horror show. Let's be honest. The revenue forecasted to grow, fair enough, but it's to grow. The actual facts are, this has been a disaster. If I was to go through and actually spend time talking about this here, it would just be grim, grim, grim. Trust me, up until maybe recent times, the last 6 months, it has not, and I mean it has not went well. But positives are, from the video we watched at the start, about 100 employees in 2019. In the last 2 years, they have 3 times X their amount of employees, over 320. If I look at the management, he's taken quite a bit of compensation, which I don't particularly like. They don't really have a long expertise, but Big John's been there for nearly 4 years himself. Substantial amount of money being paid out to these owners, and I'm kind of going, guys, you do not deserve to be paying in 1 million in compensation at all. But he has pumped in a bit of money into the stock, which again makes me nervous. I don't like the fact that he's taken, well, I assume this has been his pay for the last nearly 4 years. So he's got about 4 million out and he's pumped in about 123 grand of that back into the stock. But there's been a lot of dilution. But, and I say but, with dilution, it's to try and generate money to make these changes. So if I was a shareholder currently of the Harland Wolff, I'd be going, right, no more dilution. You've said you've got the state-of-the-art shipyard. Really now the foundation should be led to go forward. We've got some contracts coming in. You don't want to be seeing no more dilution. Top shareholders though, there is a lot of interest, a lot of changes, a lot of money being pumped in by a lot of different people. So we've got a market cap of about 25 million, which is 26 million, which isn't a lot. Some outstanding shares. And if we just take away from that, then if we go to the website, nice little slick new logo, as we've seen over the last few years that they've created. Nice picture here. 160 years of maritime expertise. And yeah, like, you know, you can go down here and you can have a look at the website. You can see some of the stuff that they're doing, but we've talked about it. But I like this website. It does look slick. The oil and gas is obviously huge. The defense, I don't particularly like that as a moral thing. I don't agree with it, but okay, there is money to be there. The thing for me is the renewables. With renewables energy set to become one of the UK's most valuable assets, we are confident with our approach to the project management. I'm going to give them a follow here on Twitter because I do like what they're kind of trying to do here, you know, because there's a wee bit of sentimental value there. You know, I want to see, especially with landmarks like this here, I want to see this being well kept and looked after. And it'll be great to see this get back up and running again properly. But we can see here that they are actually quite active. And I like that as well about any of the stocks that I'm in. I like to see a Twitter page that is active. So that gets a thumbs up from me, but that again doesn't mean anything about the stock. That's a personal thing that I like. Ticker symbol is HARL. Let's just have a look at the last year then. It's been a bit of a bumpy road. We had highs and we have seen lows, and it's been down about 65% since sort of the 19th of April 21. So I mean, it has really went on a downwards trajectory. For whatever reason then, on the 23rd of November, we have fallen. You could be almost 50% down, but it has recovered a bit. currently 37% down from the highs of November. So in the last month, it has fell like a stone. And we can see here, even from the 22nd of November down till here, you know, you're down 38%. Whatever way you want to spin it, it looks grim as book. I don't expect this video to do too well, so this is just for the subscriber really, but my review of Harland Wolff, and it is very, very hard level. I haven't even looked into the financials or see what kind of projections at all that they're looking to be bringing in, but you can see here that it's highly volatile. What's the negative things? History up till now has been disaster. So really, everything up until now, and the reason why I haven't looked into it is because it's been a disaster. So clean slate would be the way I would look at this stock. So you're looking at it going, right, they've built the foundations, hopefully the dilution's done, new foundations going forward, get these contracts in, there could be a bright future. Everything up till now has been a disaster and a horror show. CEO and directors taking a wee bit too much money for pretty much consistent failure, but I don't know the mess that they've inherited. Perhaps it has got better year on year, so I'll say no more about that. This share price scares me, but the good thing about the share price, if you're to say the good thing about the share price is, if we draw our horizontal line, if we go back till the 22nd of July, we really are below any recent lows. The share price, in my opinion, is at absolute rock bottom. Does that mean it could fall more? Hell yeah, it really, really could fall more. But my trading strategy shows here, look, a buy symbol's coming in, it's starting to go up, and it has huge swings. So the great question is, would I be buying some Harland and Wolff? And the answer is yes, I'm gonna roll the dice, probably because it's Harland and Wolff. If it was anything else, I wouldn't be arsed with it. But I like this potential. We're coming back, we're gonna get into renewables, we're gonna help the gas, we're keeping a landmark of Belfast afloat, and also because it's rock bottom. So yeah, I'm gonna jump in, not gonna go A and B. I've got nothing left. Not a shadow of a doubt, gonna go A and B style. But I'll throw some money in, maybe a few £100, something that I have no problem losing, and we'll see where she goes. It's high risk, super, super dodgy. It's been a disaster up till now, but the things that they're in are prosperous. They've got a good future in that sense that they can secure the deals. It won't take much to make this company profitable, but there is a huge red flags. But I'm going in on and I would say honestly the word would be gamble, because it's not, not great, but for the laugh, I'm gonna go in on Harland and Wolff. So that's the review, Harland and Wolff. Let's go. Let's hope for prosperous times. But at these prices, I hear it's worth a punt. Tell you what, I would lose more money on a night out in Belfast. So I'll put in that kind of money and we'll see where we go. If you have found this video informative, please like, subscribe, help me grow the channel. I appreciate everybody that does that for me. Because I can trade this. This will be a great one. I mean, if you look at this, our trading strategy, and by the way, you get access to all of this in my course. We would have been buying here and we would have been selling here, and you would have had 50% in the course of 7 to the, 3 weeks, 50% of your money up. Delightful. We would have sold here and we would have been told to buy back in, and we would have read this up and you would have got gaped out 20%. So that is the risk with this. There's no guarantees where to test it, but we have a buy symbol coming in. And if you bought on this buy symbol right now, you'd be up 7% in a matter of about a week. If you're interested in this, learning this, the link's down below. You can subscribe, get the course, learn all this, get these indicators, all this included in the package. And if you're just interested in maybe joining the Discord, you can also do a one-off sort of payment for that, and that'll be a lifetime member course. Plus you'll get an idea of how to pick stocks. That's all down there. Check it out. Yeah. Catch you in the next video. Peace.
Yeah. Coincidence. Yeah. Coincidence. Something that happens by chance, I think not.